All right, guys. Good morning. It's September 20th, 2022. And we're going to be getting here up and running here with our team. We've got a lot of new people here showing up to our training. The folks that joined us last week, the week before, they're already on the phones, practicing, proving concept, and on their ways to becoming alpha closers. That's only if you follow the system that we show you. And, the only way that you can become a top salesperson truly is by understanding the psychology of the sale that we are doing. We're selling final expense, life insurance over the telephone, and you must have an understanding of how to listen to your customers' objections in order to handle them every single time. So we're going to be going over some strategies here today to improve your sales skills as well as your closing. And part of our training here today for Mr. Joe and Jason is going through our sales process, seeing how that sounds, and then obviously working in on our close. But again, before we dive into that, it's absolutely important that all of you guys understand the amount of work that my company does in order to provide you with a qualified live transfer. There's a lot of work behind the scenes. And again, how is it that we generate our leads? What's the difference? Why is this special? Why are you here for a free lead platform? Why? Well, we believe in our system to the point where we're providing this free platform to hire people, contract people to come and help us sell insurance. Not many companies that do leads care about your success, but we're one of those few companies that own the marketing side as well as the agency. So what is it that we do? Just like you as an agent that you are, you buy leads from different sources, just like you see advertised on social media. We do the same thing. And we buy from those sources, or we do our own. We generate our own. So it's a mixture of us buying from other sources like television advertisements, radio. We do Facebook. We do landing pages. We got an army of digital marketers that all they do is market for final expense. Click funnels, direct mail. Certain parts of the country still have great opportunity for direct mail. I would love to say the same for states like California, Texas, Illinois, Florida. It's made it impossible for us to continue doing business with direct mail. But the point is, we buy those leads, we generate those leads. As you see here in step one, our team overseas in Pakistan, Philippines, and South America, they're verifying this information. When they verify this information, team, what they're really doing is saving you the energy of those people that their intent's really not there. How many times have you called into an advertisement because something caught your attention, but then halfway through the conversation, you really weren't interested? Or maybe you called in and you thought you were interested, but something changed. Your intent wasn't there. That can really eat up your talk time throughout the day if you're talking to people that don't want to talk to you. We double verify the information, make sure that the correct information's on there, make sure these people have a true interest, make sure they have 20 to 45 minutes to talk to me and you about this type of product, and they must have some way to pay for their policy every month. Now, step 4, if you notice here, only 20% of all of these calls, all of this work that we do, only 20% of all this volume of leads are available to talk to you right now and meet these criteria. The rest of that, we don't throw it to the wastebasket. What our team overseas does is they're nurturing those leads And for our agents that buy leads from us, they're only paying for people that want to talk to them, which is a great position to be in. Because we know that the more presentations that you make throughout the day, the more sales you'll make. We also know if you spend all your day trying to chase people, trying to just make a presentation, it's going to obviously show up in your numbers. So with that said, I'm going to share with you guys again what happens behind the curtain with our staff. Our staff must follow a live transfer strategy. And the reason I love live transfers instead of an inbound, and again, for those of you guys that don't know the difference, an inbound is a lead that comes right off the website. So someone's surfing the internet, they go to the landing page, they initiate the call, and the call is forwarded to them because they're a part of that network. That's an inbound. There's no human involved. When the phone rings, you got that person on the other phone. And if you don't know how to pick up the phone, or maybe that person's intent wasn't where it needed to be, then you just wasted the cost of that lead. With the live transfer, you have a human involved that's doing what? That's screening, and they're going to introduce you to this person. So with that said, I have posted certain other videos I've shared here on the training of what happens. I'm going to show you guys one more time. I'm going to show you that. And I want you guys to go ahead and follow along. Just listen in, because our staff has to follow this program 100% of the time. Bear with me as it plays. And here is.
Can I ask what you just were saying to?
My name is Alan. I'm calling you regarding your funeral insurance benefits. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Great. And well, due to the coronavirus pandemic, most senior citizens prefer to receive this information and quote on this low-cost funeral insurance plans 100% over the telephone. Would you like to receive this free funeral insurance quote over the telephone today? It will only take a few minutes.
Yes, I would like to listen to the quotes. Mm-hmm.
Great. That's great. Now, I got the correct spelling of your name as Lorena, correct, ma'am?
E-N-A. You got an A on the end?
A. Okay.
Yeah, E-N-A. That's
Yes.
at the end.
It's all righty. Great. Just to confirm, you're in state of Pennsylvania. Is that correct?
All my life, yes.
Great. And what is your current age, ma'am?
I'm 65 years old.
Okay, that's all from my end. I do have to inform you that the licensed insurance agent is going to ask you a few medical questions. All they will need is a simple yes or no to determine the level of benefits you qualify for. And due to the HIPAA privacy rule, we require to speak with the person who makes your medical and financial decision. Would that be you?
I'll have it done, but when I leave here, my daughter will be handling everything, so.
Okay. Like, you make your own decisions, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, for maximum discounts, you do have a valid checking or saving account, correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Great. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, God bless you as well. Great. Now, let me bring one of our specialists on the line. They will able to answer any questions you have and share a funeral insurance quote that's perfect for you in next few minutes. Is that okay if I connect your call?
Yeah, but connect my call, because I have questions
Great.
for them.
Appreciate, ma'am. And today is 15 9/2022, you will be transferred to our licensed insurance specialist about the final expense insurance quote using any automated dialer system. Even if your number is registered on the federal, state, or local do not call list, even giving a call back and your consent is not required as a condition to purchase anything from us. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yeah.
Appreciate. Please stay on the line while I get you connect. And how is the weather in Pennsylvania?
Oh, it's right now it's 77.
Oh,
But
okay.
by the Sunday it's supposed to be up to 83.
You think
It's been really comfortable here. It ain't been we had one hot spell there. That was about 3 weeks ago. The weather was up in the 90s, but it's
okay.
not that bad.
Oh, you think it's gonna rain today, ma'am?
Not here. It's not supposed to.
Okay. So now I'm connecting you. Just stay on the line with me and I will introduce you with them. Once we get connect, it will hardly take 1 minute.
Okay.
One moment, ma'am, okay?
Okay. Mhm.
Great. And here we go. We are getting connect.
Hi, this is Paul.
Hi, Mr. Paul. This is Alan. I'm in the verification department.
So guys, again, my staff overseas 97% of the time are going to follow this script. And for all of you guys that are new, this is probably one of the parts that you liked about our system. If you notice in this strategy, there's no gimmicks, there's no free shit. It's all about final expense insurance. Are you with me? All about that. There's no gimmicks, no bait and switch, because as insurance agent, that kills our talk time. Another thing, you'll notice again, there's a disclosure here. This is our timestamp, our TCPA disclosure. Every single one of these calls will come with that timestamp. From this timestamp, you as the agent, regardless if you're taking free leads or you're paying for leads, this is going to give you 90 days of protection where you can call this person back. If you don't close it, you can call them back. Very important. So again, I like going through this because it's so important that your confidence is there. And, you know, I'm going to share with you guys a little survey I've been doing on LinkedIn. You guys can see this right here. One of the surveys questions I asked was, final expense insurance agents, what's your biggest struggle holding you back? 51 votes, 2,300 impressions. I got about 9,000 followers on LinkedIn. 75% said that their biggest issue was leads. Think about that. Now, I know there's not a lot of votes. There's 3 days left on this survey, but it tells us a story that most agents believe that the reason they're not having success is because of lead quality. Training, 12%. Product training, 4%. And lazy, 10%. I would say that 10% got to be a little higher for some other agents. But quality of leads. We work our asses off to deliver all of you guys quality. Now, are these leads lay downs? Hell no. If they were lay downs, I would be hiring employees, working with staff agencies if that was the case. But they're not lay downs. These are of people that are interested in talking to you and me, just like that lady in that last audio said, yeah, I want some information. That's a lead, ladies and gentlemen. And it's up to us to make a great presentation and close them. 75%. Here's another question I asked. Final expense and Medicare life transfer marketing firms. What is a fair buffer time for all billables. For you guys don't have to worry about paying for leads, but internally, once you're past the 60 seconds, it's a billable lead internally here with the company. But other companies that sell leads, this is their buffer time. So that means that 64% of marketing firms feel that 180 seconds is fair. That's 3 minutes. Do you guys know how much 3 minutes is? If you pick up the phone and you got 3 minutes before it becomes a billable lead, what can happen in those 3 minutes for the marketing firm? The agent that picks up that phone call can sabotage that lead within 3 minutes. They can do it within the first minute. That's why internally with us, we have a 60-second buffer. After 60 seconds, it's billable. You don't have to pay for it, but internally, that's how we take care of our staff. And for me, it's crazy to see that the majority of companies are doing 180-second buffers. They feel that's fair, but a lot of them don't understand that they are hurting their marketing company because a lot of agents are not what? Trained on how to sell insurance. And if you're not trained, you're going to crush it, not in a good way, in a bad way. So with that said, let's go ahead and start here today with Jason. Do you have any questions, Jason? Everything makes sense, right? From the lead, right? So
Yes,
right
sir.
now, what we're going to dive in, we're going to go right into the sales script. You're going to be the agent. All right. I'll be your customer. And for everybody, guys, you know, we are recording this. I will be putting a clips of this onto my YouTube channel just to share it with people out there that are much like you, looking for an opportunity. And the reality is, anybody that's watching this or you're a part of this, it's super important that you follow our system, because it only works if you follow our playbook. So with that said, Jason, you go ahead and take it from the top. All right, I'm going to go follow along here with you. And you guys can all see my screen, right?
Good morning. This is Jason from the Filing Expense Online Department. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hey, Mr. Jason, I have a beautiful personality on the phone, Mr. Herrera, and he's looking for a funeral insurance quote and some more information. Mr. Herrera, I'm leaving you with one of our best specialists. You both have a great day.
Great, great. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Herrera.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
All right, great. Now, listen, before we begin, I want to confirm that all the information you provided to my assistant is correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, great. Now, were you looking for this quote for yourself or for a loved one?
For me and my old lady.
Okay, great, great. Well, let's see if we can get you qualified. Now, the good news is we don't require a medical exam. We're just going to ask you some health questions. All right. And some of these health questions, they'll pertain to you and some won't. I'm going to read them, and there's going to be a brief pause if you could just answer yes or no.
All right.
All right. Are you currently or have you been advised in the past 3 months by a licensed member of the medical profession to be hospitalized, confined to a nursing facility, receive home health care, or in hospice?
Hell no.
All right. Do you require assistance from anyone for the following activities of daily living? Taking medication, bathing, dressing, eating, toileting, transferring from chair to bed, moving about, or are you confined to a bed?
Hell no.
All right. Do you require the use of an electric scooter, or are you confined to a wheelchair as assigned by a licensed member of the medical profession due to a chronic medical condition or illness?
Double hell no.
All right. And do you require the use of oxygen equipment to assist with breathing?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Do you currently have or have you been being treated by a licensed member of the medical profession for any form of cancer, or have you been treated for a recurrence of a previous cancer or metastatic cancer?
No.
Okay, and in the past 24 months, have you been diagnosed, treated, tested positive, given medical advice, recommended to have treatment, or prescribed medication by a licensed medical professional for Alzheimer's, dementia, organic brain disorder, terminal illness that is expected to result in death within the next 12 months, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or ALS, congestive heart failure or cardiomyopathy, amputation due to disease, sickle cell anemia, respiratory failure, cystic fibrosis, pulmonary fibrosis, kidney failure, chronic kidney disease, kidney dialysis, cirrhosis of the liver, liver failure, or any other chronic liver disease, organ or bone marrow transplant, diabetes with complications in combination with prior diagnosis of stroke, TIA, heart disease or disorder, neuropathy, kidney disease, or any circulatory disease that affects the heart and or blood vessels, diabetic coma, or insulin shock.
Hell no.
All right. Were you diagnosed by a licensed medical professional with diabetes prior to the age of 30?
No. Hell
Okay.
no.
And have you been treated or diagnosed by a licensed member of the medical profession with acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, or AIDS-related complex, ARC, or tested positive for human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV?
Hell no.
Good, good. Within the past 12 months, have you had any treatment, diagnostic testing, surgery, or hospitalization recommendation by a medical professional for which you have not completed or for which the results have not been received?
No.
All right, and within the past 12 months, have you experienced any unexplained weight gain or loss of 10 or more pounds?
No, sir.
Okay. And in the past 36 months, have you been diagnosed, treated, tested positive, given medical advice, recommended to have treatment, or prescribed medication by a licensed member of the medical profession for neuromuscular disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, internal cancer, malignant melanoma, leukemia, Hodgkin's disease, melanoma, or lymphoma?
None of those, sir.
Okay, good. And in the past 24 months, have you been diagnosed, treated, tested positive, given medical advice, or prescribed medication by a licensed member of the medical profession for angina, systemic lupus, drug or alcohol abuse, dependency or addiction, illegal drug use or misuse prescription drugs, hepatitis B, C, or chronic hepatitis, chronic pulmonary disease, emphysema, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, or chronic bronchitis, or required to use oxygen or oxygen equipment?
No.
All right, we're almost done. In the past 24 months, have you been diagnosed, treated, had surgery, or has treatment been recommended by a licensed member of the medical profession for heart attack, embolism or blood clot, stroke or TIA, irregular heart rhythm, seizures, aneurysms, heart, brain, or circulatory injury, pacemaker or defibrillary placement, cardioversion, stent placement, bypass, angioplasty, ablation, or valve replacement?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Mr. Herrera. Based off the information you told me so far, it appears that you may qualify for one of our best plans. And Mr. Herrera, most people I talk to are faced with a problem. And the problem is the high cost of death. And Mr. Herrera, you're probably aware of this, but the average funeral is between $6,000 to $10,000. That's a lot of money. Wouldn't you agree?
Hell yeah. There's a lot of money. That's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Herrera, we help do two things. Not only fund in advance, but plan in advance. See, we furnish you with a memorial guide that will allow you to put your final wishes in writing for your family. And Mr. Herrera, I'm going to share with you the features and benefits of your plan. And the name of the company is Great Western American Insurance Company, and they've been paying claims for over 50 years now. And your program is a permanent whole life plan that is guaranteed for the rest of your life. Your premiums never increase and your benefit never decreases. And as I mentioned, we don't pay any medical exam. We don't require you to have any medical exams to get you qualified. You just have to answer a few simple health questions directly over the phone. But most importantly, we pay our claims within 24 hours of receiving the required paperwork. And do you know why we pay our claims that quickly, Mr. Herrera?
I don't. Why?
Well, the reason we pay our claims that quickly is when you leave this world, it's going to be one of the worst days in your family's life. You're gone and you're not coming back. So we provide this money the same way you would if you were still alive. This is the last gift of love that you can leave for your family. The choice is whether you do it today or your loved ones are forced to do it later. No one ever plans to fail. They simply fail to plan. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, I'm going to look at three different plans that you might qualify for, and it's going to take me just a few minutes. Just give me a second here.
All right.
Okay. Now, Mr. Herrera, keeping affordability in mind, along with providing lasting value for your family, this is what I can do. Here are the three coverage amounts that you may qualify.
All right.
Okay. So option one, I want you to write down $25,000. That's $25,000 cash money that'll be going to your family with a monthly enrollment of $125. Option two is going to be $15,000 of cash money that will be left to your loved one with a monthly enrollment of $95. And option three is a plan with a cash value of $10,000 that will be left to your loved one of your choosing for a monthly enrollment of $75 a month. And while you decide which one of these plans that you want to do today, let me get a little bit more information from you. Do you have a middle initial, Mr. Herrera?
Yeah. V for Vargas.
Okay, great, great. And can you confirm your address for me?
Yeah, it's 123 Hickory Lane.
Okay, right on. And when the good Lord calls you home, who's going to be the person that's going to be taking care of your final?
I think you missed something there, right?
Yeah, chew that up.
No, you're good job, dog. Good job. Bravo, bro. Bravo.
Oh,
You know what? Yesterday was your first day. I was really happy to hear you. Your tonality's on point. You're smooth as silk, and you're only going to get better. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you guys watching, this right here is the sales presentation that I require all of you to follow if you're going to be a part of our free lead platform. Period. If you follow this script, I've used the script for many, many years. In fact, when I started my career, I started with this script working TV inbound transfers. As you guys can see, it's a little different than our master script, right? But the reason we're using this script is because the quality of our live transfers is high. What are we doing? We're putting you up so you can present and do exactly what you just did, Jason. Thank you for that, man. You know, it's a breath of fresh air when I see agents that they take this and run with it. Sometimes agents, they wonder why they're not having success, but they don't listen. They don't apply, you know, and they go online and they listen to what's out there, and people are out there talking about winging it, right? Me and you had a chuckle over that yesterday, right, bro? And yeah. I mean, it's like you even said it. What you say, you jumped out and said, dude, this is crazy training here that we've been doing. Why? Because everybody else, they see that you're a talented guy, right? And they love to see talented people. But then they give you leads, give you a booklet of application, give you a pat on the back and say, go get them, Tiger. Go get them. You know, I always use this analogy. My mom, I grew up in a restaurant business, right? My mom is the sweetest lady. She's tough as nails, but she's sweet. She can talk to anybody. Hardcore Jehovah Witness, knocks on door, has a bunch of Bible studies. Great with people. She can easily say, I'm great with people. If she was being interviewed, I'm a great people person. Well, why do you say that, Miss Gloria? Well, I preach the word of God and I knock on doors every day. On the surface, you're thinking to yourself, man, I just found myself my next superstar, right? But guess what? If I put her on the phone, she's gonna buck. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. So anyways, this is the importance of following this play step by step. And if you're watching this, because I'm going to put this up on YouTube, guys, if you can follow this simple sales presentation, the closing strategy is something I'm not going to put on this video or this recording because that's ours. We protect that. But I feel good for any of you guys watching what we're doing. This is what you can expect. This is what our training is like every single day. It's very repetitive, but it works. So if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a call. I would love to introduce you to some of these people that are going through the training. You can talk to them directly. This is not a gimmick. This is hardcore sales and closing and follow-up skills that we're teaching. And if you can apply these 3 basic principles that I teach, we're going to make a lot of money. So you guys have a great day. Call me up as we continue here on this training.